Welcome back to the fireside and the second half of my review of the first volume of the Netflix animated anthology series Love, Death, and Robots. Let's kick some tires and light some fires. Once again, from the makers of Sonny's Edge comes Shapeshifters. Now this short is pure testosterone as it centers around two werewolves and the discrimination they face while serving in the US Marine Corps during the war in Afghanistan.
You know, the Corps turned to shit when they started letting you animals wear the uniform.
I love modern war movies, and the fantasy elements give it a really creative twist. With likable characters, great animation, a cool concept, and a really gnarly werewolf battle, I wouldn't mind this being a full-length movie. That is, if they could please keep their pants on! When an astronaut is knocked away from the satellite she's working on, she's forced to rip her own arm off in order to get back to her ship in what feels like gravity meets 127 hours. And just like with both of those movies, my heart was pounding when I first saw this short, and the scene where she rips her arm off does not get easier to watch. When two door-to-door salesmen's car breaks down in the middle of the Arizona desert, they're visited by the beautifully animated ghosts of the prehistoric sea life that once inhabited the region. Now, despite these breathtaking visuals, the short appears to be universally hated within the fandom, with people calling it all flash and no substance, though I feel like this short is a lot smarter and deeper than it's given credit for, and I'm probably gonna have to give it its own in-depth video to describe why. In perhaps Volume 1's most photorealistic short, a rookie space marine pilot is given the dropship nobody else wants because it's deemed bad luck. But she seems to break the curse and flies multiple successful combat missions and slowly develops a bond with her ship. While it's not the deepest short in the lineup, it's still pretty charming with a likable main character and some pretty great action scenes, and I wouldn't mind the short becoming a video game. I don't know about you guys, but my bank's debit cards are really cheap and flimsy and constantly crack in normal billfold wallets. That's where this video's sponsor comes in, Ekster. Ekster's Parliament wallets and Senate card holders keep all your cards stacked on top of each other, and by the touch of a button, they all fan out to keep them organized and, most importantly, prevent them from cracking in your pocket. They also have available tracker cards that you can sync to your phone in order to track your wallet in case you lose your wallet but not your phone, but they can also call your phone in case you lose your phone but not your wallet. So I'd suggest keeping track of at least one of those two items. So if you guys want in on the coolest wallet ever that blocks RFID and, most importantly, won't break your cards, click the link down in the description. From the animation genius behind Tron Uprising, Motor City, and the Gorillas comes Zima Blue, the short that many, including myself, consider the greatest in the series. Now this short is easily the most adult short in this adult animated anthology series, because it was able to tell a beautiful, philosophical, and mature story about an artist's quest for deeper meaning, without any of the gore, sex, nudity, and swearing that made a lot of the other shorts feel childish. Honestly, I could make an entire video about how great this short is, but Shady Do-Rags already did it and did it way better than I possibly could, so I'll link his video down in the description. A gang of cyborg road pirates attempt to rob a trucking convoy in what appears to be a parody of an 80s toy cartoon. And like an 80s toy cartoon, it's nothing deep or philosophical, it's just dumb fun, which is all that it needs to be. All these characters have so much personality, and I really like this art style. The characters all have really unique, really creative design, and I wouldn't mind this becoming a series. From the director of Deadpool comes Ice Age, where a live-action couple finds a CGI civilization in their antique freezer and that's it. It's boring, it's dumb, and it has no place on an animated anthology series. Moving on. How do you kill a joke? Why, you beat it to the ground by repeating it over and over again. That's how. And that is exactly what this short does. That is all that this short does. That joke being Hitler getting killed in wacky ways, which, sure, that's funny in the final level of a Wolfenstein game, but not when you repeat it for 6 minutes straight.
Vladimir Putin, first real man on the moon, 1988.
Oh, now that aged real well. From the makers of that Assassin's Creed Unity trailer that was way cooler than the actual game turned out to be, comes The Secret War. Now, I've heard some people call this short the worst in Volume 1, and I'd like to know what those people were smoking, because this is easily one of the best shorts in Volume 1. But let me explain. The Secret War centers around a platoon of Russian soldiers in World War II Siberia as they go head to head with these freaky blood wraith things that were summoned in an occult ritual. Now this short really knows how to build ambience, as I could feel the cold alongside these soldiers, and the final battle had me at the edge of my seat. And while these characters don't get a ton of depth or development, the short does a really good job of making you feel for them and want to see them survive. Overall, this short was a pretty great conclusion to the anthology series and would make a really good video game that'd probably be way more fun than Assassin's Creed Unity turned out. And that was Love, Death, and Robots Volume 1. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and a boost if you're watching on Odysee. Also, feel free to follow me on Mastodon. You guys fuel my flames.